Welcome to Rokk Around the Clock, daily cloud gaming news live at the same time, Monday to Friday. But first, if you're new to the show, please subscribe and hit the bell. If you'd like to support the channel, why not hit the join button on the channel homepage and become a member of Team Rokk. Ha! It's happy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Take your pick. I don't care. Whatever day you feel it is a day that I want you to enjoy. Happens to be Thursday. I can't believe yesterday. That was so funny. I genuinely thought it was the end of the week or the beginning of the week. I forget now which one I thought it was. Either way. Oh, wow. As it happens, that's age, folks. Ah, look. Oh, God, I'm not ready yet. I've got a show to do. How are you guys? It is Thursday. I hope you're having a good one. I hope your week's been really good this week. I hope it's been an absolute corker of a week. Good day to everybody. There's some lovely folk in the channel here. Rockmirth was trying to put me off. It almost worked, I have to be honest. It's really funny because before I got the show set up, I was thinking to myself, it's Thursday, it's Thursday, it's Thursday, it's Thursday. Got to get it into your head. Eddie, how are you, my friend? Great to see you. Great to see you, chappy. Hope you're well. Hey, Rokk. Hope you're well. I am. Currently listening on a train on the way back from London. I saw you had some business up in the smoke, or down in the smoke, I guess, for you, isn't it? I hope it went well for you. Yeah, good. I love it. I am really... That's the great thing, isn't it? About a show like this one is you can listen to it. You don't have to watch if you don't want to. And I can understand fully why some people wouldn't want to watch. But listening is absolutely brilliant. Pico Fusion, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Good to see you. Miss T20. Now, you can do your exclamation mark wins, but it hasn't gone live yet. No, I'm doing a short one today. It's going to be 15 minutes long, and I'm not doing it yet. So there, too many of you coming and going early, getting it in and getting out. I'm not having it. And in fact, I'm even changing the rules today. So from today, if you are a paying member, it doesn't matter whether you're watching or not, or whether you come and you go before or after, it's not an issue. But if you're not a member and you're not in the chat when your name is drawn, you will be excluded. It will be drawn again. So bear that in mind, folks. And how do I know this? Well, I've been very canny. I've put an M at the front of everybody's name on the wheel that before I've added the rest of you. So there you go. That's how it's going to work. I've got to find you in there in somewhere. Miss T22, how are you? I don't know why. I'm clicking on these. There we go. Now you're showing up. Good to see you. I hope you're well. And there is young Rouster trying to get in with the exclamation mark win, but now he knows the rules. He's got to go back to school. Did you like that? Did you like a bit of rapping going on there? Good day, all. Should we do it in a posh voice? Good day, all. Good day, all, and welcome to Rokk's show. It's jolly decent of you all to come today. Ellie says, not a good day for me today. I had to go to London to let someone go. Oh no, you weren't the hatchet man, were you, buddy? First time experience for me, feeling a little sore. I have, unfortunately, had to do that fair amount over the years. It's just the way it goes. You become hardened to it. It's never easy. It's never nice. One or two are exceptionally emotional. Which is horrible if you're anything like we are, which is caring folk. But business is a funny old fickle thing, isn't it? Sadly, it's all about contracts. And if the contract's no longer required, I'm always saying this, that the one of the lessons that I had to learn in business was that people that work for you are not your friends. They may become very friendly, And in very rare occasions, I have one of my best friend actually is a guy who started off as an employee, and my business partner, of course, the same. But most of the time, you have a mutual beneficial relationship. It is to the benefit of both of you. And a lot of people mistake that friendliness as friendship, and it becomes really hard when you have to let someone go, because it's literally like breaking up in a relationship. So yeah, not always never a nice thing. For some people it is. Some people love it. Some people are employed because that's what they do and they love it, but they're not human, are they? Rouster, I was watching a Twitch streamer playing Wild Heart. It looks really good. Yeah, that's available to play on, let me get this right, Game Pass, I believe, as part of the EA Play setup, I think. However, you can't play it in the cloud, I think, so I didn't bother to download it. And not being much of a fan of Monster Hunter and those kind of games, which I think it's very similar to, I didn't bother. But I bet it is good. Christopher, that's absolutely perfect, my friend. Watching and listening. Oh, working and listening. That's absolutely fine. And it's a pleasure and a privilege, sir, to be able to entertain you this day. Adam has a meeting in an hour or so he can't stay. Oh, no. I hope you're not meeting with Eddie, who's on the train. And he's on the train, you're safe, I think. Oh, dear. Hey, Ant Rock Show, how are you, brother? What's your plans for the weekend? Bless you, my friend. For the weekend, I don't have any plans this weekend. We were told 2 days ago, Monday. We were told on Monday that we'd won a substantial contract for the business. So all week I've been working on all the paperwork and stuff for that. So I'm really looking forward to chilling, to be honest. It's partly why I was all over the shop yesterday. My head was fried. But that's all done now, and I'm just waiting on signatures. But we're getting there, mate. What about your very good self? We got another day. Of course, we got tomorrow. But a lot of folks see the weekend from Friday, don't they? Some people say it's kind of Friday evening to Sunday evening. I've always gone Saturday and Sunday as weekend, but, different strokes and all that malarkey. That's good analytics. Yeah, it is though, isn't it? It's how it works. Look, it's Ezekiel's Toys and Games. Hey, bless you, dude. Hello, rockers. How are you, my friend? Look at his amazing collection of controllers there. This is Ezekiel's. Thumbs up. Thumbs up to you, my friend. Great to see you. Lovely to see you. Thank you for joining. Hey, it's K-Spore. Hi, Rokk. Hands-on with X Defiant this week. Oh, I had an invite to play that, K-Spore. In fact, I have to fill it in yet. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. I don't know if I'm under NDA now. Oops. Cross-play internal testing. Heads up, my friend. Bjorn was trying to get hold of you to see if you'd like to come on Rock Players. It's probably too early, too soon, too late for you today, but you're very, very welcome. It's a developers show tonight. We've got a guy from Xbox. We've got a guy from another studio. There's a ton of guys being invited in. So if you were allowed, because you may not be contractually, as you obviously are a software engineer working for an outfit owned by Ubisoft, but if you are able, we would absolutely love to have you on the show. DM myself or Bjorn. Either way, yes or no, and there's no panic. If you don't, you don't worry. And there's Dad. How are you, dude? Hey, Rokk and chat. What a lovely surprise to have Ezekiel there pop in as well. Good to see you, my friend. ER Gaming, they were quite accepting of it once we laid out all the details. Was it an individual, or was it a division, a department, a team? You'd have to go into detail, to be honest. You'd probably want to forget it, mate, don't you? I would if I was heading back from that kind of a thing. It's not nice. You dread it the whole night before. I bet you were kind of tossing and turning and found it difficult to get to... It's nothing nice about it. There's nothing nice about it. But it is, unfortunately, the way of business. Luckily for me, the last 5 people that have left the business over the last 3 years. 3 of them were retirees, so they reached retirement age and they chose to retire. One of them was headhunted and the other one disappeared to set up their own business. So I didn't have to let any of those go, which is good. I haven't had to let anybody go for quite some time, but I have done it, and it is not nice. And a couple, as I said, were very emotional experiences. Not well for the person involved, but equally you can't be involved and not also get emotional. Not nice. Hey Rokk Show, can you talk a bit about the different tiers of Rokk Show membership versus the Patreon? Yes, of course I can, my friend. So I think, without looking, they're slightly cheaper on Patreon because the fees are slightly less. However, having said that, since setting it up, they may be on a par now. There are disadvantages, though, to the Patreon. And honestly, at the moment, I wish I didn't have it. So there were guys who didn't want to go through YouTube, and they were just happier to do it through Patreon. But the downside is that if I post out to members, as I often do, so I might do a little email newsletter type thing to members via YouTube Studio, it doesn't get to Patreon. So I try and copy and paste it over there, but sometimes there's a link to a membership or members only video, and YouTube doesn't recognize them as members, you see. So in my ideal world, I wouldn't have anybody on Patreon, but I do have, there's I think 7 or 8 people there, and it's amazing, and I love the fact that that's what they want to do. As for on Rokk Show on YouTube, so there's an entry level which is about as low as I can possibly do it under the YouTube scheme. If you try and do it any lower, they just don't let you do it. So I think it's as low as I could get away with. And that's obviously for most people because, times are hard, right? And then the next one up is slightly more expensive, but what it does is it automatically lifts you into the once a month grand membership prize. So every Friday I give away exclusive to members a bundle of PC games, and then once a month, which will be next Friday, we do a super duper giveaway, which is always a AAA game. I forget what the last one was, but it was Resident Evil Village, I believe. And I do have a game lined up for next week. It's escaped me what it is. So that lift up just allowed me a little bit of extra money to cover the cost of that, because I basically give it all back. I keep a little bit back in membership to cover fees and things, but most of the money goes towards buying games for giveaways and stuff and trying to help grow the channel. It's essentially what it's all about. And then there's a few additional perks, and there's a VIP level. It's different prices for different people's pockets. All of the money, as I say, goes towards the upkeep of the channel and all that kind of malarkey. And every single penny is really, really appreciated, and it makes such a huge difference because, quite honestly, I make about $14 a month in advertising revenue off my channel. So without those membership amounts, and I don't get, I'm really appreciative when I get super chats and super thanks, but I don't tend to get a huge amount of them. And I think that's largely because of the time of day the show goes out. But that's fine. I mean, that's just the way it goes. So it's the way that I kind of monetize it, really. And as I've said, it pays for the games and the gaming subscriptions and all that kind of stuff, which, truthfully, if I didn't do this channel, I wouldn't have any of them except for probably PS5 and possibly GeForce Now, although I have to say I'm getting quite tempted with the fact that Boosteroid are about to launch their 4K 120 service, particularly if it's a lot cheaper. So watch that space, I say. Adam says, it's like spring again today. Yes, it is here as well, my friend. It's blue sky, flat clouds, so that tells you it's a high. a high pressure, which means tomorrow's going to be a nice day as well. Yeah, I reckon there could even be a little orange glow as the sun goes down, which is amazing. Snow day here for us, says MJ Parks. And he's signed up for Utomic. That's cool. Did you go with the Valentine's Day perk that we mentioned yesterday? I still haven't installed the app. I need to install it on my PC so I can have a little look at it. But let me know what you think. It'd be really cool to get your opinion of it, particularly as I know you've tried Luna, and there's kind of a crossover for me. I think they kind of have some family stuff, and I'd be really keen to know what you think of that, my friend. Christopher Torres says, MJ Parks, I tried to look at the games list. The games list was not so good. Yeah, I think the problem that Utomic has is it has a massive PC library, and a lot of those games are, I think, largely repurposed mobile games, Android games and stuff. So what they've done is they've taken the best of that and moved it to their cloud service. But they've hashed around with the price. I think it's actually quite reasonable now. Even you're basically paying less than I think you were paying per month for Stadia. You have 100 and something games to play at any one point, plus there are 1,200 other games which you can rapid download. They've got some kind of rapid download thing that they do to get it onto your system. So yeah, keen to see, but I do have to say, I think they're trying really, really hard. So, I think they're open to evolving and adding new studios in. We talked yesterday about the fact that they're being used to beta test a new game. Was it Tin Drum or Tin Hearts or something? Plus, they've now got the Atari contract as well for all of the games that we all loved on Stadia. So definitely one to try. And if you watch yesterday's show, there's a 30-day trial code that you can use. And if you cancel your card details literally as soon as you've done it, it will give you the full 30 days and you can evaluate without the fear of accidentally running over into the thing. And if you don't want to do that, they do a 14-day trial as well, which, more than enough time to get a feel for the quality. Just bear in mind, as I said yesterday, there is currently no browser-based app, so you can't play Utomic with a browser. You've got to download their PC app or play it on your LG or Samsung TV with a gaming hub. But I'm sure that's all going to improve and change and so on and so forth. So Ant says, this weekend is big for me because Saturday we're going back to the old 4DX Theatre to see Ant-Man 3. Wow, well, with you there, mate, it'll be Ant-Man 4. Hey! Later on is the WWE pay-per-view. In case you guys have missed it, and if you are big into wrestling, Ant does a Wednesday night wrestling show where they play the old wrestling games and stuff and talk all about wrestling and everything. So check that out. I think they had quite a lot. I think it's quite long as well, isn't it, Ant? 4 hours or something, as is your norm. Adam's going to go and grab some lunch. Enjoy it, my friend. Eddie says, tell me about it. Didn't sleep a wink. Yeah, mate, I know. I don't think you can be human and look forward to that kind of a thing or just go whatever. Feel exhausted. Yeah, that's emotional drain. And I'm up again tomorrow at 4 for a flight out to Prague. But your Prague trip is one for pleasure, my friend, isn't it? So you can look forward to that. And I've only ever heard good things. Never been myself. Never been to, I've never really been to mainland. Where have I been in Europe? I've done all the Med, all the islands, Greece, Italy, and some of France. But I've never done any of the Nordics. I've never done Central Europe, and I've never done Eastern Europe, which is annoying because my family or my dad's side are from Eastern Europe. So I definitely want to do that at some point. But I'm sure you're going to love it, as Ant is going to love Ant-Man 3, which I've only heard good things about. And Martinez is excited for it as well, and he can't wait to hear the spoiler-free thoughts. Yeah, Ant's good at that, actually. When he does reviews, he's very sensitive about not giving spoilers. So he'll just tell you whether he enjoyed it or not, and that's a cool thing. What's up, Chariot Man? How are you, buddy? How are you keeping, my friend? I hope you are very, very well and enjoying this fine Thursday. I forget which side of the States you are. I think you're New York, aren't you? In which case it is coming up to 22 minutes past midday where you are. And I hope you've had a great morning and you're looking forward to a fantastic afternoon. Martinez loves SDG's super duper giveaways. Who's SDG? SDG. Remind me, and I'm going to go dough as soon as you tell me. But anyway, super duper giveaways apparently from SDG. Hey, Winstar, how are you, bro? Thanks for joining, my friend. Great to see you. Good to see you as well, mostly Martinez. Absolutely, always. Christopher says, yeah, that sucks. I like the browser gaming GFN is nice. Yeah, it's massive. For me, the problem I have with Utomic is that I have to install the app, and that's all fine and dandy, but I'm nowadays playing most of the stuff I'm playing on my MacBook because it has a decent size screen. It's like a big 16-inch screen, and it's like, proper 4K and 120 hertz and stuff. So GFN looks amazing, and it works perfectly because there is a Mac-based app. The browser, not so much for me, but the app works perfectly. Whereas I can't play Utomic because there is no browser option, and they don't have a Mac app. And I'm not going to come into my old cold garage purely to fire up, Metro Redux or whatever. So yeah, that's the downside for me. But different people, different use case. I'm irrelevant, quite honestly. I think the key thing is the collated collection of games, the price, and as yet to be determined the quality. So we'll look forward to MJ Parks' review, and I'll have a little proper look at it as well, I think, over the weekend. See what I think. Duragon! Feeling like death. Oh, mate. Feeling like death, my man. So dropping you a lurk. Oh, bless you, bro. There is so much of it about. There really is. I cancelled a thing this morning because I wasn't feeling too good. I hope you feel a lot better soon, buddy. The good news is we are getting really close to spring forward now. You can almost touch it. So right now it would be 25 past 11 in New York, and it would be 25 past 4 in the hang on, spring forward, you idiots. The opposite. Yes, 25 past 1 in the afternoon in New York, and 25 past 6 in the evening. So it would be lovely and bright, and the sun, and we feel happy. Lovely. Love a spring forward, don't you guys? I know you lose an hour's sleep, but it's not a problem for me because I wake every freaking day at 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning, no matter what time I go to bed. So I get to have a little extra lie-in, sort of. Nice, MJ. I'll make a video review similar to my ones on Xbox Luna. Awesome, my friend. And GeForce, but mostly doing Utomic. Yes, do that. Do it. Because of the LG TV. That's awesome. Yeah, I'd love to know what it's like on your TV. That would be absolutely great. Winstar, says Christopher Torres. I want one too, but they are only giving me 500 for S22. Oh, what are you looking to get? An S24? What's Winstar getting? Oh, S23 Ultra pre-order arrived yesterday. Oh, mate, that looks so darn good. But I forgot to buy a case, so I haven't used it yet. It's funny, isn't it? How we've now kind of got into that mindset of not wanting to have the phone without a screen protector or a case. Now, I agree on the case because I've got an S20 and it's kind of slippery as it goes, but I've never bothered with the screen protector. I mean, it's like a decent Gorilla Glass. I've never had any issues, and I've got one of those little bumper, the little bumper edge case, so I'm quite happy with that. It's never been an issue for me. And do you know what? Of late, I've only ever bought used phones, reconditioned ones with a year or 2 years warranty from a reputable dealer, because quite honestly, I think functionally there's nothing major new about phones anymore, and there hasn't been for a little while. They keep on about these, great new phones. This is supposed to have a brilliant camera. This was supposed to, I had an S10 before, and it's supposed to be like a massive step up. I don't see it, and I find it quite slow when I open it up and stuff. It's, personally, for me, phone cameras are for snaps. If I want to take some serious photos, I'll take a DSLR with me, or I'll take my little 360 or what have you. But yeah, I would love one of those S23s. They look amazing. No question. Well, I hope it's everything you hope it will be, my friend. I hope you have a cracking time with it. MJ Parks, I'm still most impressed with Antstream. Yeah, a lot of people have said that, mate. You have to really dig on Utomic Games list, but the PC version is much better. Yeah, that's right. The downloadable stuff is quite a decent catalogue, isn't it? But they're just kind of building their cloud stuff. So I think, they're doing it gradually. But I mean, to be honest, you pay pretty much the same, don't you, for the PC with cloud as without it. So whether I think it's like an extra $2 for the cloud. So you could just look at it as a great collated library of like 1,300 games with an added bonus of a ton of cloud games, which they keep adding to. It's one way to look at it. But, I have a feeling if Luna do go the way none of us want them to, then it could be that Black Nut or Utomic take that position of the collated library of games. Guys, I just realised I haven't run the giveaway yet. We're going to do it now. You've got a short 15 minutes. Boom, there it goes. So if you joined and wonder where it was, it's now available. You can now do your exclamation mark win. Rokk has a back alley dealer. Yeah, I buy them online from actually existing networks seem to do quite well with them. There's a couple of places that sell, reconditioned phones, but I always pay that little bit more to get the proper warranty. And in fact, the last I did buy an S20 and it came with a hairline scratch, and I paid a little bit extra for it to be in pristine condition, so I wasn't happy. Fair play to them, they did replace it, and the one that came has been absolutely fine. The battery life is normal, very, very good, very happy with that. And of course, you can always swap it in at the end of the day, get a few bucks for your old one as well, and probably will get a similar price if I get rid of it after a year or something along those lines. Right, guys, get those in. I see that's happening. That's good news. While you're doing that, I think we'll sneak over and have a quick look. We'll be 5:30. We do have a little bit of news over at Larryland, so let's do it. Of course, today is Thursday, believe it or not, and it is GFN Day. The big news at GFN is that Capcom's Monster Hunter Rise and its expansion Sunbreak has come to GeForce Now, which is great. It's, I believe it's the first Capcom game to come across. It's obviously not a small one either. So that is great news if you're into the more recent Monster Hunter. That's out there now in all of its glory, its gorgeousness. There are 10 other games. We'll come on to those in a minute. But here's a piece of good news as well. If you're on the east coast of the United States, or indeed around Amsterdam, and I think Martinez mentioned Amsterdam earlier, place I've not been to. I've not been to the Netherlands, formerly known as Holland by idiots like us in the UK. But anyway, if you are now, Amsterdam and Ashburn, which I hadn't heard of before until I looked on a map and saw that it was more east coast. We have a map. Let me zoom down to the map. Where are you, map? Where are you? I saw you here earlier. Did I zoom too fast? Oh, well, you know where Ashburn is, don't you? Yeah, of course you do. I tell you what, let me pull up Dowd Closage, because they know where it is. I saw their article earlier. Look at the old cloud dosage. You can hide that one. Right, there we are. There's the map. So there's Ashburn, which looks fairly East Coast to me. I think it's pretty much just outside of New York, isn't it? If I'm correct. And of course Dallas, LA and San Jose, they're gradually rolling them out. They're taking a little bit longer than I think they had originally anticipated, but nonetheless, if you're within that large green area showing here, you're probably now good for 4080. So great news for GFN Ultimate subscribers on the US East Coast and in Northern Europe. So yeah, the data center for Amsterdam is there. Now I know, talking to Björn, that he's kind of over here. He's in Sweden, where my little mouse is kicking around, and he was doing okay getting Frankfurt anyway, dialing into EU Central. So I imagine that Amsterdam's going to give him a stronger, more resilient signal. But you know, maybe Germany and France as well going to get better. But London, between London and Frankfurt, to be fair, they were doing okay anyway. It's a shame that they didn't kind of go with a Spanish or a Portuguese centre, maybe more of a Western France. But either way, I'm sure those are coming. And I don't know where their points of presence are, to be honest. I know they have... their major data centre in London has, I think, about 6 different points of presence. But anyway, they're slowly getting there, and that's looking good. So that's awesome. Then on top of that, we have 10 new games. We'll have a very, very quick look at these while you guys are exclamation mark winning. So Labyrinth of Galleria, which sounds like a communicable disease. And that, oh, look at this. This is cool. Look, cloud dosage. You've got links and stuff to it. Hey, this is all new. I haven't seen this before. How awesome is this? These guys have been working hard. So they're actually showing where it's available. I wonder if they've connected up with the database site that we often look at. So play now on GeForce Now, but they're saying that it's not available on Luna, Boostroid, Blattner, Utomic or Xbox. So that's really cool. It's a shame they don't have PlayStation in there, but then it does say search more cloud games. But that's the thing there. That's that one. Wanted Dead. That's supposed to be a really cool game. There you go. I think David covered that off Tuesday. It's a hybrid slasher shooter from the makers of Ninja Gaiden and Dead or Alive. The game follows a week in the life of the zombie unit, an elite Hong Kong police squad on a mission to uncover a major corporate conspiracy. I don't know if they're just called the zombie unit or if it involves zombies. But who the heck knows? I don't know. But in fact, what we can do, I'll tell you what, while we're here quickly, Epic Day. So the free game is War Pips. You can go and claim that one now. As always, I will do it live on air, just so that I know I've done it. There we are. That's placing the order. I agree. £14, $18 game for the princely sum of nothing. And it looks quite a lot of fun as well. Now, you may or may not have noticed the game earmarked for next week, which I think we can go back to. There we are. Is Duskers. Now, I hadn't heard of this game, so I had a quick look. I'm not sure it's one for me. It's pilot drones into derelict spaceships to find the means to survive and piece together how the universe became a giant graveyard. It looks like a kind of retro thingy, as you can see on the screen there. It's kind of retro-ish with a twist. So I'd say think Atari's contemporary remakes, that kind of an ilk. You probably won't be far wrong if you go down that road, but it probably is very good. And it's the free game next week, so just letting you know ahead of time, guys. Let's go back to, where are we? GFN down there. Now that we've got the map out of the way because their links tend to go straight to Steam. There we go. So we get a little bit more of an idea. This game may contain appropriately inappropriate content. Never mind. It includes sexual themes and sexual nudity. Well, I'll be darned. Maybe my initial interpretation of Galleria wasn't far out. It has, it's only just come out, 14th of Feb. Let me zoom in for you guys so we get a better idea. 37 people have bothered to review it, of which they have been positive. It obviously features that sort of anime-like animation a lot of you guys love. I don't particularly, but I'm sure it's very good. Bonjour, Win! How are you, Bruce? Cool. Ant thinks they're just called the zombie unit. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's a bit misleading though, Ant, isn't it? You'd sort of think to yourself, oh, it's got zombies in. But yeah, I think you're right, mate. I don't think it has anything to do with zombies per se. But we'll have a quick look on Steam, if it'll hurry up. Just to let you know, I was having issues earlier with GeForce Now. In fact, last night, and I haven't checked today, but on Shield Pro, it wasn't letting me log into any game. I did report it. I couldn't get them to work on Android either. I did report it. They just said use EU Central for the time being. So I don't know if it's fixed. Other people were sort of, that was on. So it's a very strict reasoning. You have to, the issues I have are with Ultimate on EU West and on Shield Pro. So if you don't tick any of those boxes, you're probably fine. It was purely those issues that were my issues. So here it is, the new hybrid slasher shooter. Mixed reviews, to be fair. Only came out on Tuesday. So you're getting some good, some bad. I think it looks pretty cool, actually. I know David did cover it off, and he thought it looked really good. So its normal price is £50, give or take. You're looking at about $55, I guess, which ain't cheap, but it is a brand new title. Other than that, I know David was saying, look, the graphics look maybe a little dated, but actually there's a lot going on in the game, and it's 110 Industries as well. So who knows? If you buy it, if you own it, let us know what you guys think. It'd be interesting to get your reviews. Elderland, that's probably where I come from. Oh, it's Eldorand. Only the strong will conquer this gruesome action platformer. There you go, a little bit of Metroid thingy bob for you. Dismember demonic creatures and terrifying bosses by wielding brutal weapons. 4 reviews, only came out today. It's brand new. Again, it's a side what do you call it? Side thingy bob platformer. I'm not, you know my thoughts. I'm not a huge retro kind of guy. So, it ain't for me, but who the heck? I tell you what though, it is £14.23 on Steam. But look at this. If you go to Fanatical, and there's a link underneath in the description, you can get it for $11.61 in UK poundage. So it gets a little bit of a discount. That can't be bad, can it? We'll try and hurtle through these. Wild West Dynasty, which is oh look, there's somebody streaming it now, so we can see that it's kind of a behind third person thingy bob. Coming soon, so it surely is out, or out this week, otherwise it wouldn't be on GeForce Now. Any road up, cowboy settlers and gunslingers, build your own ranch, grow it into a settlement, and soon more settlers will join in your quest for happiness and prosperity. So it's kind of a sim, I guess. I know no more about it than that, guys. Early access, and therefore you have to add to your wish list. But the fact that it's on GeForce Now means that you should be able to play it. Well, I mean, if you don't, that's interesting, isn't it? I don't know why. Why would it be on GeForce Now if you can't actually play it? What did it say? Let's go back and have a little look. It looks quite interesting though. February the 16th, it says. Well, don't look like it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, Feb 16th. Well, maybe maybe they know something that we don't. Hey, David, how are you, dude? How are you, my friend? Good to see you. I'm sure it won't be on GFN, so I'll be playing on Xbox. Oh, this is the old Diablo stuff. Yeah, you're a massive Diablo fan, dude, aren't you? Awesome, awesome. The Settlers' New Allies. This comes out on Ubisoft on tomorrow. This, if you're into your Settlers franchise, there's a new one coming out tomorrow, which is, well, don't say, $59. There you go, $60 if you buy it outright. Give it 3 days, it'll be half price. It's Ubisoft. Or you can play it as part of your Ubisoft Plus account. Now, just bear in mind, it's going to be on GeForce Now, so it doesn't matter if you don't have a PC, but this is typically and normally a PC game, so you won't see it on consoles. But if you're into Settlers, you know what it's all about, and it'll be either for you or it will not be for you. Across the Obelisk, Steam game. Looks like a card game. It's a co-op RPG deck building roguelite. Play solo or with friends. This is suddenly the thing of the... Oops, I just pulled my headphones and I went, oh, that's better. And I'm all red, look at that. It's like a scene from Alien. Play solo or with friends. You know how these things work. Very positive. It's been out for a year or two, so all reviews have been very positive. Recent reviews have been very positive. Across the Obelisk. So, and it's only £19.33. Let's call it $25 or $14.44 if you buy it from Fanatical. What else we got? Quickly, Captain of Industry, probably a sim. Yep, that's a sim. It's been out since May. It'll cost you $24. Let's call it $28. Very, very positive. Land your crew of survivors on an abandoned island and survive. Mine raw materials, blah, 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 blah. You know how it works. All that stuff. And another one, Cartel Tycoon. This is a drug sim. Cartel Tycoon, which came out July 22. Again, mainly positive. 2,050 reviews. 2,950 reviews. Very positive ones. 2,949 reviews, I believe. Cartel Tycoon is a survival business sim inspired by the 80s and 90s narco trade. So if you liked Miami Vice, you'd love it. Expand and conquer, fight off rival thugs, evade the authorities, earn people's loyalty, you know, have pet tigers in your garden, all that stuff. Relatively good price, $25. You can get it for $18 if you go to Fanatical. Simrel, you know what that's going to be about. War Pips, that's the one that's just come out on Epic for free. So that's cool news. Claim that one and you can play it straight away on GeForce Now. I think that's amazing. Love that you can do that. Very quickly, I just want to show you something because this blew my little brain earlier when I saw the games that are coming out in a couple of days on PlayStation Plus Extra and PlayStation Plus Premium. I literally went OMFG. Just check this out, guys. This is ridiculous. Right. Horizon Forbidden West, which is like less than a year old. Resident Evil 7, I think it is. Let me just shrink this down or shrink it up, one of the three. The Quarry, which is quite new. Borderlands 3, Outriders, and Scarlet Nexus. These are all massive games. They're all coming to PlayStation Plus Premium and Extra. Just ridiculous. Ridiculous. Forbidden West, PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium subscription service, Feb 21, arriving a year after it was first released on PS4, PS5. PS5 owners who haven't played Forbidden West are in for a treat because both visually and in the storyline, the successor to Horizon Zero Dawn, it was one of Sony's biggest PS games of the year last year. They're giving it away. Amazing. My colleague Ash said 60 hours, loved it, whatever. Good for you, Ash. Quarry, 2 horror games, The Quarry and Resident Evil 7. Of course, The Quarry is those, I forget the name of the outfit that do them, those amazing kind of cinematic games. Ray, how are you, mate? I hope you're not feeling like poop today. I hope you're feeling a lot better. Martin, good to see you, dude. Yeah, PlayStation Plus Extra for Feb is crazy. Honestly, it's ridiculous. Now, please make PS5 games come into the cloud. Watch this space. March the 7th, I think, Martin. So not very far to go. There is definitely some level of PS5 integration. So watch out for that, my friend. Scarlet Nexus was another massive game. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. Just an amazing Resident Evil. And guess what? They're including the VR version. If you ever played Res Evil 7 VR, it made me feel a bit ill. I've got to be honest with you. It was, oh, he's 100% better. That's the best news I've had all day. Good stuff, my friend. That is awesome. Well done, dude. But look, it doesn't stop there. They're also bringing Tekken 7, Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown, Earth Defense Force 5, Oninaki Lost Sphere, and I Am Satsuma, otherwise known as I Am Setsuna. Both the PS4 and PS5 versions of The Forgotten City will also arrive on... Do you remember The Forgotten City? I think it came to Stadia. It's that Roman thing where you have to explore and there's like a bit of a shooter, first person and stuff. That's also coming. What? There are plenty of great choices this month, and they will all arrive just a day before Sony launches the PSVR 2 headset. I'm really hoping that they're going to have a bunch of demos and trials and things for the VR 2. I've bought a couple of games, just baby games. They were like £15 each, so that I've got some content. But I'm hoping that, you know, you're going to be able to give a couple of hours trial on a few of their games as well. That'll be awesome, won't it? Right, you lovely folk. Shall we do the wheels? I think we will. Just going to get that up, and I'm going to transition us in a nice way over to choose the winner. Here we are. Here we are. Are you ready to rumble? Let me just get rid of that screen because it's in my face and I don't want it to be so bright. Oh, hang on a minute. Rokk, hang on, dude. I haven't collected the names to put in the draw. That would not be very good, would it? How many got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14. We've got a little bit lower than normal. Right, I will quickly add those. It won't take me 2 seconds, guys. Just talk amongst yourself. Just to remind you, I've done this a little bit later in the show, so it shouldn't be an issue. But from now on, if you are not a member, and when I declare the winner as a subscriber, you aren't in the chat, you will not be told afterwards. That's it. You've got to be in the chat to claim it. If you're a member, don't worry. And that's why I've put M against some of these names. You will be fine whether you turn up or you don't turn up. It's a perk of the job. But you definitely will. Let's see, let's sort that out. Not get your prize. Why is that done that? That's really odd. Let's put bold in there for a few of these. I don't know why that would be. Most strange. Anyway, I know what they are. That's it. There were just the 2 of them. Good. Shuffle and shuffle and shuffle. No. Cancel. Hide. That's what I was after. Right, guys. Let me spin the wheel and we will find out who's going to be going home with a prize today. Are you ready? Oh, it's the Snake Charmer version. Hey, Geek to Sneak, how are you, bro? Good to see you. Hey, Squids! Fellas. Right, coming to a slow. It's gonna be a member. I can. Oh, hang on a second. Even if you are a member and it doesn't say M, it may just be because you've entered twice, but it's fine. It is actually gonna be Miss T22. Look at that. It was right on the dot. I thought Primo had won it. I thought that's weird, but there you go. It is indeed Miss T22. Excellent stuff. As it says, you are a member. I think you're in the chat anyway, so that's awesome. Well done. There you are. Brilliant. I'm really, really pleased for you. Shall we see what you have won? Let's do it, shall we? Let me just pull up the game window. Where are we? There it is, Wheel of Games. I'm just going to transition that in. There we go, Miss T22. Right, now then, I've gone kind of back to basics on this. I just think it's easier if I do it all within OBS, but we shall see. Here we go. I'm going to spin the wheel, and whatever it lands on is yours. Here we go. Yeah, Rockmirth's going to change his name to M. Rockmirth to trick the wheel. It'll trick me, mate. The wheel is dumb. It's artificially stupid. It ain't artificially intelligent. Here we go. What's it going to be for Miss T22? Could be a choose your own. I think it might be, because you already got Pump BMX Pro, haven't you? We put it back in for you. Am I right? Is that correct? It's going to go to Labyrinth. Just remind me, Miss 22, didn't you already have Pumped the last time that you won, and I popped it in the... Just let me know. If you did, I'll spin it again. It's all good. I'm fairly certain she did. I'm fairly certain that it was part of a bundle, and she said, oh, I've already got that one. And I said, don't worry, I'll pop it in to the general one, and gave her something else. So do let me know. Yes, she did. Good. Right. I'm glad I'm not going mad. I thought that was the case. Right. I will give it a shuffle, and you will get a second chance. Don't worry. It's all good. Right. Here we go. Another chance. Fingers crossed. I really hope you get Horizon, because I want somebody to win it. Especially as you can now play the next one as well on PS Plus. How freaking cool is that? Nice one, Rockmirth. Right, here it comes. God, it's going to go there again. No, it'll go on. It'll go on. What? Keep going. Here we go. Here we go. I reckon it's going to be a choose your own, because it always goes a little bit beyond. Yes. You get to choose your own. No, you don't. Yes, you do. Well, I tell you what, you can have, I don't know what happened there. You can have Crazy Machines 3 if you want it, if I've got it, because it may be that I meant to replace it with Choose Your Own. If I don't have it, you can choose your own, or you can choose your own anyway. Just let me know. Just send me a little DM, whatever. Oh, no, what's he like? What is he like? You get a choice anyway. Choose Your Own or Crazy Machines 3, whichever works for you. And then I will sort you out with the code. Thank you very much for that. That's awesome. I will close the wheel down. Well, we've had a full old show, haven't we? I think we pretty much covered the news from memory. I'm just going to quickly look and just double check. But yeah, I think we did. We did all the new games. Yeah, pretty much done. I don't know if you guys saw last night. I did a stream with William straight after the show, and it was, I will choose and send a DM. Awesome stuff. Absolutely perfect. Yep, you just let me know what you would like, and it'll be yours. As always, I'll drop the code into your tweet, the DM tweet. Congrats, says Martinez. So anyway, last night I did a live stream straight after the show with William, I was about to say Stadia, Simply Porn Gaming, and David Wilson, and then later with Bjorn as well. We did Baldur's Gate 3. Now, I have to say, it's a great stream. I have to say that, because it was. But here's the key. If you've been thinking of playing it, but you just haven't got it yet, or you're not too sure it's for you, this is one of those brilliant streams where I came to it with very few preconceptions. If I'd have tried playing this solo, I'm absolutely convinced I would have given up and said it's not for me. But playing with guys who know the game really well, I think William said he's put 500 hours into it already, or 100 hours or something. It was an amazing amount of hours. So he had some great tips. He helped set the character up. He kind of gave an overview of where it was going. It's only an hour long, so check it out. It's on my homepage under game streams. So yeah, go and see what you think. You may be pleasantly surprised, or it may just convince you it's not for you. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. And Bjorn did ask me, is it a game that I would continue playing? And the answer is yes, I will. But I've put it on my short list of games that I need to get to, because I'm still playing Ragnarok. I still haven't got to Hogwarts. I'm still playing Deliver Us Mars. And on it goes. But yeah, great game. And a massive thank you to William, David and Bjorn as well for all their help in playing it. And there's Ray giving the big old praise to Miss T22. Miss T, is it like Miss T? Like play Miss T for me? Is it? That's lovely. Martin says, did try out Star Trek Online on console, and OMG, that did not look great. It was like playing an alpha game. Yeah, I have played that and I felt the same way. It's a free to play, isn't it? I agree with you, my friend. It kind of felt really backwards. And I think, trying to think who it was said it the other day, it might have been William, or it may have been on Rock Players last week. But we were talking about, or it may actually have been Renaissance Men, I forget now. But we were saying, there is no definitive high-quality Star Trek game. I do remember back in the day on, I think, PS3, I played a first-person Star Trek game, which was actually quite good, but it's probably quite dated. But nobody's doing it, and I suppose the problem is now that Paramount aren't really investing in it, like Disney are investing in Star Wars. It may not have the audience anymore. If you think about, with Star Wars, Disney very cleverly brought out different shows to appeal to different ages, different demographics, whereas Star Trek really probably only appeals now to folk born in the 80s or before. A lot of 90s and noughties are going to go Star Trek. Isn't that a science fiction thing? I think my dad used to watch it. You know what I mean? And they just don't seem to be investing in the franchise, which is a real shame, because I still much prefer Star Trek. In fact, I'm watching Picard 2 at the moment, because again, it's kind of had it on my backlog, so I've started watching it. Martinez is a next gen fan. I think anybody who is a child of the 80s will be a next gen fan. For me, it's always the original, because that's what I experienced for the first time. And then of course the first round of movies were all based on Star Trek, the original show. But I loved Next Gen. I loved it. I've never really got into the other series, the one with Janeway and the one with the dude from Quantum Leap. I can't even remember what they were. Never really got into those. But I do like the one that popped up on Netflix, and now it's gone to Paramount. And what is it, Star Trek Discovery? Really enjoyed that, Star Trek Discovery, particularly season 2, which I thought was just outstanding. And I like the recent one, which again I've forgotten the name, but the one with Pike in it. Is it The Boldly Go or something? That is a brilliant. Well, it's kind of I love it, but it's because it's kind of got one foot in the old camp. And that's really good. Out of the new series, I prefer Discovery. Yeah, I think Discovery is amazing. I agree. It's the lady from Walking Dead, isn't it? Yeah, I love. Hello, Miss Phoenix. How are you? It's very good to see you. Thanks for popping in. I love Orville. I love it. What's it called? It's not called Orville, is it? Or is it called Orville? But yeah, no, it's amazing, isn't it? It's funny because the first 1 or 2 seasons were actually very funny. And then they sort of started to get a little bit more serious. But it works either way. It works for me both as a comedy show, but some of the later episodes are really poignant and well written and emotional. Yeah, and I have got the very latest one to watch as well. But you're right, that's very much aimed at us, at my gen, those that kind of grew up with the old school Star Trek. But I would so love... Yeah, now Below Decks, I've got to own up here, Martinez. I watched the first episode of it. I found the dialogue was too fast for my little brain. It was just all kind of going over my head. So I never really picked it up. Miss Phoenix says, I was pleasantly surprised. It has a great balance of fun and seriousness. Yeah, 100%. That's what I really love about it. It's not, the worst thing is, when a modern writer, director, producer, whatever, takes a legacy show and takes the rise out of it. And a classic for me was Starsky and Hutch. Now, I grew up on Starsky and Hutch as a boy. When I was 8, 9, 10 years old, it was just the show. It was massive. And we all took it seriously. We loved it. Of course, you look at it now and it's bad, but it was of its time. And then they turned it into a comedy, and there was no need for that. It felt patronizing to somebody that grew up loving it, but I love the fact that no one's done that with Star Trek. And I know with Orville, it's only very loosely Star Trek. It's kind of based on it, isn't it? But he's done such an amazing job with it. He really has. And great actors as well. Yeah. Totally agree. It's a great show. There is a game coming out now, Star Trek Resurgence, coming out April, that is a AAA game like Mass Effect. Martin, I didn't know that, my friend. Let me have a quick look. Star Trek yeah, that's come up in a search, so you're absolutely right. Star Trek. Let's get over to Larry. Have a very quick look before we call it a day. So it says, and by the way, I've got Bing now. Look. I've got Bing. I've got ChatGPT. Look at this. I'm actually in. I'm in the program. Here we are. It's doing its thing. Here's a little tip if you get it. It goes incredibly slow, right? If you click another tab and come back, it speeds up. There's something that they've obviously slowed it down in the page because they want you to pay $20 a month for the actual professional version. So they slow it down. But if you click a tab and come back, it just goes fast again. Little tip. Star Trek Resurgence is an upcoming interactive narrative video game. They just never, whoever calls them video games these days, that tells an original story set in the era shortly after the events of Star Trek The Next Gen. It'll be available in April on the Epic Games Store. You can play as one of two characters, a human or a Vulcan, and explore the galaxy, make dialogue choices, build relationships, and engage in various gameplay. There is actually a trailer. Should we have a quick look? Star Trek Resurgence. Hang on, let me try and get it up to a... You're right though, Martin, it does have a Mass Effect look. I enlisted because... I'll turn the audio off because it's probably going to be using the sort of official Paramount music, and I'm sure they will take me for it. Okay, so we're going to judge it purely on the visuals. It does have a Mass Effect look, even down to the characters. So I would say it has a kind of PS4, Xbox One look. Here we go. Yeah, so yeah, it's got that kind of feel to it. Save the Galaxy. Who is it by? We'll have a look at that in a second. Yeah, very Mass Effect. That's a really good shout, Martin. I 100% agree with you. Oh, look! Leonard Nimoy. Bless him and all who sails in him. Dear old Spock. I wonder if they've got a character actor. Okay, that's an IGN video anyway. So let's Trek Resurgence 5X Epic. Oh, I wonder if it's going to come to Game Pass. It didn't say. Oh, it's Warhammer. So... here we go. Ambassador Spock, First Officer Jarrah Rydek. These are all characters in it. So it's got a license of Leonard Nimoy. So the family of Leonard are gonna get some Dosh, which is good. Memory Alpha. I don't know if Memory Alpha is a website or the developer. Developer. Oh, get out of it, Google. Get the heck out of it. El Tarex, songwriters, template suggestion. I don't know. Ambassador Spock, these are characters. External links, the official site. There we go, let's have a look here. It is by still don't know. Brunner House, haven't heard of them. It's trademarks of CBS. I thought Star Trek was Paramount, but my apologies. What type of game is it? It's a narrative adventure game featuring dialogue choices. Mass Effect. It's got Mass Effect all over it, my friend, has it not? First or third person? Yeah. Direct controller player, it's third person over the shoulder. How many characters? 2 principal characters. What's the Star Trek time period? Set in the year 2380, the era immediately following the next gen feature films. Which Star Trek characters are in it? It features an all-new crew, but also includes characters that are fan favourites. Or we know Ambassador Spock is in it. Who's making it? Dramatic Labs, independent. It's an indie studio or an independent collaboration of 20 plus former Telltale writers. Well, that means it's got to be a good story, I would imagine. 20 plus former Telltale writers, developers, designers, artists and producers, because of course the original Telltale went pop, didn't it? And then it got bought out by, I think, Microsoft, I may be wrong. Star Trek Resurgence will be familiar to fans of Telltale's unique style of gameplay, but it also brings some welcome additions and refinements from Dramatic Labs. Is it episodic? No. Star Trek Resurgence is one single large story that will be entirely available. I don't know what they meant by that, but it will be entirely available upon release. So I think what they mean is, unlike the Telltale games where you got, Walking Dead 1, 2, 4, 7, so on, and it was chapter 1, chapter 2, and you had to keep paying. This is just one game. What engine does it use? It says proudly built using Epic's Unreal Engine. I don't know what flavour of Unreal, didn't look like 5, and Beanie, which is our interactive screenwriting system. Who's publishing it? Epic Games. So they're going down the whole Epic Games publication, which is fine, and the license from Viacom CBS. Multiplayer, microtransactions, NFTs. It's a single player experience without microtransactions, DLC, NFTs, or any other additional monetization models. So that's interesting, isn't it? So I doubt it's going to appear on Game Pass, given that Epic are behind it. But definitely one to look out for. Martin, thank you so much for bringing that up, my friend. Yes, the Borg, of course, in Picard 2. That's what I'm watching right now. Spock, yes, live long. Can you do it with both hands? I can. Live long and prosper, Captain. Oh, Spock, I bless you, my dear old friend, dear old Spock. So that's really cool. What an awesome discovery that is. Thank you. That goes with our discovery yesterday that Boosteroid are releasing 4K 120 in April at 2 US sites and 2 European sites. So there you go. You get the news here first, guys. Right. I'm not racing to end the show because I don't think William streams on a Thursday, but I am going to come to a close. Before I do, I need to tell you about today's Rokk Player, because it is going to be quite literally an epic show. Let me go to my content, your channel. Here we go. Check this out. I don't think we say it yet in the description, but I'm putting this up just to remind you. It's on at 8 o'clock. So it's on in 110 minutes, a little shy of 2 hours. So an hour and 50 minutes. We have, full disclosure, I don't know that I'm going to be in it tonight because I've got a business phone call to have very shortly. And could be a long one. So I've already let Bjorn know that I may not be able to turn up. Vet! Hello, brother. How are you keeping, my friend? Hope you're well, dude. Yes, I will watch the gameplay, Martin. Thank you, my friend. Really appreciate that. Good on you, dude. But here's the great news. This is going to be, I think, it's proudly proclaims a VIP panel. Today we have a VIP panel. We have a senior member of the Xbox team who specifically is involved with the mobile games. So making sure, for example, about touch controls on mobile devices, coming along to talk about the company and the processes. We have a developer of a studio that is working on mobile games as we speak, and I'm talking, big games. We've got some of your favorite content creators, including and not limited to Mr. Clive Illenden, ladies and gentlemen, and plenty more. I will try and endeavour to find out, because they may have some guys in the chat and I'm going to be very embarrassed. So let me just check. Here we are. Let me see. Clive thinks he can join, so that's a definite. He'll come along. He's a good guy. We have got I'm sure he told me. Nope, maybe he didn't. Anyway, there are some. He's definitely told me somewhere some great people in the show. So do not miss it. It's in an hour and roughly 50 minutes. And it's going to be a great show. Even if I can't make it, I may pop in later. But if I can't, it'll still be fun. Oh, and hopefully Ant is going to pop in as well. Depending on what he's got on the go, Ant has an open ticket. He can drop in whenever he wants, because him driving home in his car with his thoughts and his hat on has become an absolute mainstay of the show. I thought you were on, Martinez, but I couldn't remember. I didn't want to say it because you were in the chat. But I'm fairly certain that the amazing, mostly Martinez, who does just... I don't know, I don't want to say too much, but I know he might have a new show coming soon. Watch this space. And this was a lot of fun, Rokk. Also, I'll just watch Rokk plays. Okay, mate, instead of joining, so I'm not in my car. So, no, you must not worry about that. The level of professionalism. No. You listen, mate, you just come on in. I love having you on the show. Whether you do it from your car or not is irrelevant. You are more than welcome. I can't say the same about Vet, but I can say it about you. Vet won't be unless Rokk is on. Oh, bless you, dude. No, I'm going to probably skip it tonight, mate. I'm just going to... There's a load of business stuff this week. I'm a bit frazzled from it. And quite honestly, it requires a bit of maturity that I'm not bringing to the show. So it's going to be fun. I expect you all to be there. Thank you very much. As always, you have been an amazing audience. Congratulations to Miss T22, who's got to tell me what she would like, and I will get you the code, my darling. Professionalism and Vet doesn't fit in the same... No, or me, dude. Unless I'm wearing a suit and jacket, I cannot help but just fall into Steve Martin meets Bob Hope. It's kind of my thing. Or maybe Laurel and Hardy all combined into one. I will see you amazing people tomorrow. Don't forget, it is Friday. Woohoo! Team Rokk members giveaway. And next Friday, we'll be giving that special prize away to the Rokk Fan Pluses and above. So we're getting very close to the end of the month. I can't believe it. February. Hey, where's it gone, guys? Where has it gone? So Vet's going to wear a shirt and tie. He's going to wear a shirt and, he's going to wear a dress shirt. So it's... Wow, it's going to be good. See you all tomorrow. Have a fantastic Thursday. And please join Bjorn later for what will be a classic. I am convinced. Oh, and thank you so much. Just at the last minute there with the Super chat. Thank you, brother. Rokk, thank you for always making me feel welcome and how welcome you are to the community. Oh, bless you. You are very welcome. And without you guys, this wouldn't exist. So that's how welcome you are. I owe it all to you. And Minivet says hi. Oh, bless Minivet. Hi back to you, my little friend. I hope you're well. Are you guys on holiday at the moment? In the UK, we have what's called a half-term holiday. So the term holidays are Christmas, Easter, summer holidays. They're like the end of the terms, and then the half terms are like a week in between. So they're all off on holiday, coming to the end tomorrow. But if you are, I hope you've had a fantastic time. And Martin finally has the weekend off. Oh, it's good to hear, my friend. We get some gameplay in, will you? And just chill out and have a lovely time. I will see you all tomorrow. You wonderful, wonderful people. Have an amazing Thursday. Take care. Rokk out.